Motod Steve here, and we're going the wrong way. So today we're going to talk about tips for new riders. You know, the season's starting, a lot of people are going to be getting into bikes, so I figured it's a good time to do this video. So tip number one, and probably one of the most important, and I'm probably going to catch a lot of flack for this because it sounds like I'm a pussy or something, but don't get caught up in the whole egotistical, like, dick showing contest that you have to have a super sport or a high displacement bike to, you know, be cool and to fit in. You know, riders aren't like that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of sport bike guys that are like that. Bruh, you need a 600. Bruh, you need a 1000. But those guys are just douchebags, and you probably shouldn't spend a lot of time riding with those idiots anyway. I'm not saying having a big bore motorcycle isn't great. I mean, if you think about it, technically I could be one of those douchebags with as much as I brag on my 701. You know, the Supermoto world has those guys too. You know, if you don't have a 450 or bigger Supermoto, you normally are a victim to a little bit of playful shit talking. You know, like DRZ guys. I'm not hating on DRZs. You guys already know my stance on DRZs. I think they're great bikes. Ride your own ride, guys. You know, buy the bike you want to buy, whether that's a Grom, whether that's a Ninja 500, Ninja 650, you know, whether it be a freaking Honda 250 or something. Ride your own ride, guys. Drive all the way around. Screw that. And we'll come in because I don't want to get pulled out in front of somebody. So back to what I was saying, number one, buy the bike you want to buy, man. Don't fall into that whole trap of you have to buy a certain bike to be accepted, man. Number two, I would say, learn to ride at your own pace. You know, progress your riding skills at your own pace. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight. If you go back and look at my old videos, I sucked at riding. I did not know crap about riding at all. One thing that really helped me though is watching Twist of the Wrist 2. If you can find it on YouTube or, you know, pirate it, whatever, buy it if you want, go do that. Because I'm telling you, Twist of the Wrist 2 has a lot of good tips in it that are great for new riders. They teach you about counter steering and everything. What's up, buddies? Fine, don't wave at me. Come on, I thought the white bike would wave to me at least. Gotta stick together, man. Only in my videos will I make subtly racist comments sarcastically. So, you know, learn to ride at your own pace, you know, whether it's learning wheelies, learning to take corners faster, stoppies, you know, any kind of riding skill you may be trying to learn, it's gonna take seat time to do it. So when you go on a group ride and people are faster than you, better at wheelies than you, better at whatever it is you want to be good at, don't like use that to fuel yourself, to force yourself to learn something on the spot. Because that's how you loop, that's how you crash, that's how you get yourself into trouble. Because you're trying to do something without putting the needed seat time in beforehand. You know, it's all about seat time. You'll hear that a lot. You want to learn wheelies? You got to go out and practice them. You got to go out and do crappy wheelies before you can do good ones. You know, you want to learn to take corners fast? You got to take those corners slow before you're going to be able to take them fast. So learn at your own pace, guys. Just enjoy the ride. Don't get caught up into the whole egotistical thing, you know? And that's no matter what you ride, man. Tip number three, now this is kind of like an all-encompassing thing, but do the own upkeep on your bike. Whether that be adjusting your chain, changing your oil, making sure your tire pressure, more on that later, is correct. You know? Try to do as much as you comfortably can, or that you can learn to do. I'm not saying, you know, do an engine rebuild if you've never even owned a bike or opened an engine. No, by all means, take that to a shop. Or, even better, take it to a friend that can show you how to do it. I do that a lot. Keith, Zach, mainly Keith. I don't know why it's always Keith. I don't know, dude. No, guys, I don't like Keith better. I love all you guys equally, full homo. But you know, I always go over to my buddy Keith when I like have a maintenance thing I want to do, and I want him to kind of like show me how to do it so I can do it in the future. I always go over to him, especially since I bought this Husky, because these Husky bikes are so foreign and weird. They got so many different things about them that I'm not used to, you know, with having my DR650. But, you know, with my DR650, I learned to do a lot of the things myself. You know, I put the exhaust on myself, which, I mean, dude, that's easy. You want a cookie motard, Steve? You put a slip-on exhaust all by yourself. You know, I changed the oil in it. I changed the sprockets on it myself. Put a new chain on it and everything all by myself. Did pretty much all the maintenance I could on that bike by myself. And it's something I want to do with this bike. So whenever you get a bike, if you don't know anything about it and you have a friend that does, have them help you, walk you through it. You know, don't just take it to them and say, hey, do this for me. Go over there, save a couple hours, you know, spare some hours to sit over there and actually watch them work on your bike and learn how to do your own maintenance and stuff, man. Because it's going to save you in the long run. Not only is it going to save you money, but it's also going to make you proud because you can actually do your own maintenance. Want to try to yank up a third gear, guys? That sucked. Real bad. They're not super consistent like my second gears yet. It's really timing that clutch with the full stroke of compression and really timing that clutch pop whenever the rebound starts to kick back. So yeah, do your own work on your bike, guys. Learn everything you can about your bike. Especially if it's like, if you're like me, I plan to keep this 701 until it just don't run anymore. Until it's just dead. Like so much stuff is worn out that you just can't replace it. You have to buy a new bike. That's what I plan to do. That's why I didn't spare any expense buying it, because I know it's a bike I'm going to keep forever. So I need to know how to work on it and do my own work. And just a side note, like my buddy that I got the Magna from, that dude knows how to tear a Magna down to the frame and rebuild it back up better than it ever was. And that's just from learning that bike. And what's good about him knowing that is those bikes aren't around anymore. You can't just readily get parts like you usually could for a modern bike. So you got to kind of work at your own and, you know, do your own things with that. And he knows so much about those bikes, man. My Magna runs like a freaking top, man. You would think it's a race bike, it runs so good. Looking around. Making sure there's no cops, boy. There it is. Thank you. Three-way protection. Alright, works for me. Who the hell's running 20W50? Damn, where you riding in frickin' Africa? Well, we got that oil, son. So, tip number 4, like I said, make sure your tire pressure is at the spec that it needs to be at. Anywhere between 30 to 25, most people run on their Supermotos. And usually it's an even match front and rear most of the time. Me, I run 29, which is what Husqvarna recommends. I tried running 26, and I don't know, dude. I don't know if it was just the climate or whatever, but eventually I ended up with almost a flat tire. Because I guess there wasn't enough tire pressure to seat the bead like it's supposed to be. Because I heard tubeless rims have a different bead profile. So I'm guessing when I went to wheelie, having that low of tire pressure, the tire gripped too much and ended up spinning the tire on the rim and caused air loss. So I boosted it back up to 28, 29 PSI like it's supposed to be at. And I haven't had a problem since. And I haven't had any wheel spin doing wheelies. I don't know. I lowered the tire pressure because I thought, oh, my tire pressure is the reason for my wheelie sucking, because my tire's just spinning like a motherfucker. But it wasn't that. It was just, I looped, and then coming back into it, I was just sucking something awful. You gotta look at it this way. Your tires are your only contact with the road. If they lose traction, you're gonna either low side, which is the more favorable option, or you're gonna lose traction, and then your tire's gonna hook back up, and it's gonna throw you off the high side. That is not fun. You ever watch a MotoGPer get thrown off on a high side and they do like a front flip cartwheel? Just imagine if they didn't have those big freaking like jackets on. All right, we're gonna ride down in here because I don't care. I didn't see nothing that says no motorcycles, so it just says no littering. Yeah. Instagram at MotardSteve, guys. So yeah, guys, make sure your tire pressure is at optimal pressure, because when they heat up, they're going to heat up properly. They're going to give you the grip that's consistent, and it's going to be real nice. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. And then last but not least, which I'm probably not being a good example for this right now, but tip number 5, wear your gear. Now, it's completely up to you how much gear you're going to wear, but in my opinion, if you're going to wear anything, you should wear a combination of your helmet, gloves, good gloves. Don't wear really crappy gloves. I mean, those mechanics wear gloves are better than nothing, but try to get some decent gloves. You can get a decent pair of gloves for like 50, 60 bucks, man. And these have went down in a crash, and as you can see, they're still completely usable, man. They got hard knuckle inserts in the knuckles. Yeah, that's why they're called hard knuckle inserts, you dumbass. But they're real good, man. These Alpine Star Spartan gloves are real good. I don't know if they're still made anymore, but I'm sure they've got a predecessor. These have been real good to me. Real good. Way better than my leather gauntlet gloves that I had ages ago. They wore a hole in the palm, and I just didn't feel safe with them anymore. And, you know, if you're going to wear, you really should wear riding pants and a jacket, but I know, guys, I'm not a very good example. I'm not wearing my jackets right now. But, you know, that's a personal choice you're going to have to make. I wish I wear my jacket when I start thinking about road rash and how bad that's going to suck. It makes me kind of wish I had my jacket. But oh well. It's the choices you make, and you got to live with the consequences from them. If I was to go down, which I don't think I am, obviously, because I'm not going to do anything super stupid. Oh, you're not going to do the super stupid. What about them wheelies earlier? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't wheelie at all. But, you know, at bare minimum, I would say wear some sturdy shoes. Don't wear flip-flops. Whether that be like some sturdy tennis shoes, or if you're like me, I like to wear skate shoes. Wear some sturdy shoes, and wear a good pair of gloves and a helmet. Bare minimum. If you're going to wear anything, wear a damn helmet. So I'm going to tell you right now, you smack your head on the concrete going 50, 60 miles per hour, you're done, man. You're done. You get internal brain bleeding, your chances of living through that are like nothing. You're done, dude. Wear a helmet. I don't care if it's the cheapest, crappiest helmet you can afford. Wear some kind of helmet, man, because a crappy helmet's going to save your head a lot better than no helmet at all. Sure, it may crash one time and not be good anymore, but it's only got to work once, right? Oh, let's not do a wheelie. There's a cop. Wait, maybe if I time it just right, I can do the wheelie behind the truck and he won't see me? No. Get out of my way. Thanks. Holy shit! Cop. Great. Oh my God, there's cops everywhere. See what I meant, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like it, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell button. I know it's so dumb, you have to like double subscribe these days, but if you like my videos so much that you want to see every single one, hit that bell icon so you'll be notified about every single one of them. See you dudes later. Woo!
Picking up the ramen, that's a pro choice. That's real noise. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody giving me top ramen. Ain't nobody gonna give me top ramen unless it has sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce.